how did you develop your passion for acting?
I met a girl and she was in a theater workshop.
Siempre una mujer. Always a woman, man. Always a woman.
Hi, I'm Harold Torres, and this is when Zay Zay Met. And this time, Zay Zay met me. So don't lose this chapter.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Cómo está mi gente? I am Zay Zay and welcome to When Zay Zay Met. Now today, we're meeting a world-renowned film and television actor whose work has garnered him multiple award nods, including 3 Best Actor nominations from the Ariels. So good. He's in the John Woo-directed Silent Night, and now he's rocking with us. Ladies and gentlemen, show your love. This is Harold Torres. Hello.
Say, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing today?
Very happy because the premiere of the movie is in a few days, so I'm pretty nervous about what's gonna happen around the world with this movie. I think it's an amazing movie directed by the Mr. and the Master John Woo, and I'm a fan of his films. So for me, it's amazing to be part of this film.
It's so good, man. Very bold, this movie, right? I don't want to give anything away to anybody of too much of the setup or anything, but it made some very bold choices. The choices that it made, did it make it more or less difficult to perform, to do your craft, to act?
I think it's one of the things without dialogues is the most difficult thing to do. But for other hand, I think about the public around the world, and I feel it's a movie that you can understand even in Russia, in China, in Germany, in whatever, because without saying anything, the movie talks loud, and talks loud very hard when you can see that kind of action all the time, and by the hands of Joel Kinnaman, you can see a character where you could identify as a person who lost his child, and you can go in that direction. So I think the difficult thing to perform was that you need to be with the other actor. Without lines, you need to be there with him all the time, and I think was the most difficult things to do in this movie. But for other hand, my character is built not just by myself, but is built by my gang, by my partner is Valeria Santaella, and by the Joel himself. They are creating in the public the idea of my character Playa, who is a bad guy, but at the same time he is pretty sweet with his love is Valeria.
His love, the children. I mean, you name it, right? Like, it's interesting because in a lot of places that I grew up, a lot of times kids like us didn't really have many more heroes to look up to than those that were in our neighborhoods, right? So a lot of us looked up to people like Playa, right? Because those were the heroes in our neighborhoods. They gave back to our neighborhoods. They protected us. They took care of us. They helped us when we needed help, growing up. So it was interesting to see a scene like that when, right at that time when you see how much the community kind of loved him when he came around, and how all the children would come out to show love to him when he came out. That was, it hit home a little bit there. It hit home a little bit. I understood, I understood. It wasn't the greatest thing to see, obviously, from a different point of view, but I understood.
Yeah, but this is part of the society, and a society as all Latin America, I think it's pretty normal to see that kind of things. And here in a fiction, we have this bad guy, but at the same time, you have the chance to see the society different way to react with a bad character that is part of the neighborhood, like and for me that's essential, because even when I do a bad character, I have a chance to do that kind of contrast, and this was in the script from the beginning. So this is a very important thing from my character to build.
Eso. Talk a little bit about you for a second, if you don't mind. You grew up in Mexico City, right?
I grew up in a little town near to here. The name is, well, a little city is Toluca, but but I arrived at 18 years old to the Mexico City.
To Mexico City. How did you develop your passion for acting?
Was just this destiny or something like that, because I wanted to be a musician, but I didn't have the possibility to be that and in some point I met a girl, and she was in a theater workshop, and that's why I went inside of this world. And after that I arrived to Mexico City to study in the university acting, and I began to work at the same time a little bit 2 years after I arrived to Mexico City, and that's why I began to be inside of the movies, and I love it, and I think it's the most important thing, and the most inspirational thing that I could do. I love the films. I love to watch movies, and it's very important for me. That's why I am inside of this, and I continue to be part of this.
Man, siempre una mujer. Always a woman, man. Always a woman.
Yeah.
It's the catalyst. You're so young, and you've been doing this, man, almost like 15 years, maybe even a little bit more at such a young age. What do you think has been the biggest lesson that you have learned in your acting, in your craft, in all this time?
For me, the most important thing is when I see the careers of another actors, is like this is not something that you're gonna build like one step but another step. No, you sometimes you're gonna go down, and sometimes you're gonna go up. So this is like that. So to understand that and to try to do as best as you can all the time is the most difficult thing. I remember, for example, if I talk about some kind of careers, some careers is like, for example, John Travolta that was came back until 1994 with Quentin Tarantino. After a while, that he was not in the same point, or Harrison Ford that began his career pretty old, or even Jim Hackman do the same. So for me to learn that kind of things, and to see that it's not something that is like it's like you don't gonna do. I'm gonna do 30 points doing this film and 40 points doing this film. No, sometimes it's completely the opposite, and to understand that kind of things, so don't feel that success is just to go to a better movies. For me is important. For me is very important to do this kind of movies, and at the same time to do independent movies, pretty low budget movies, to do another things. As an actor is important, I feel.
Okay, they're wrapping me up. 30 seconds, man. Sell me this movie. Why do I need to go see Silent Night?
You need to go to see Silent Night because it's an action movie without dialogues, but we don't say anything. They said a lot of things. So for me, this is a movie from a director that is a poet of the images, and his poet is building this beautiful movie. And I think you need to go to see it in a big screen with a good sound. This December the 1st. So you need to go to see this beautiful movie for one of the most important directors of action in the history of the movies.
Eso. Harold Torres, man, thank you so much. Agradece mucho. I appreciate you. Continued success.
Thank you very much to you, Zay Zay, and it was a pleasure to talk with you.
Igual.
Gracias.
Thank you all so much for watching When Zay Zay Met. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to be notified when we upload more conversations with celebrities and other interesting people. Now, if you'd like to see your favorite celebrity on the show, it's simple. Just tell us who that is by leaving us a comment down below. We hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we'll see you on the next one. Hasta la próxima. Lo quiero del corazón.